The old red star Leonis sat quietly in the red glow of the planet's atmosphere. But this tranquility was deceiving. Leonis was a red dwarf, and these stars were known to be violent. Trinity Hawkins stared nervously at the data hovering in front of her. Numbers that hinted at Leonis's rising anger. The star was flaring. Powerful solar storms laden with radiation would soon impact Janus 336 from the day side to its terminal zone. Only the night side would be spared. Can you make sense of this new data, Eve? Trinity said, her eyes still focused on the colony ship's incoming data. The storms will intensify, possibly making the Helion Desert too dangerous for our scouts. We need Dr. Helix, Eve replied. Trinity nodded her approval. This was not her expertise. She removed a lock of red, curly hair from her face. Agreed. I need to talk to Helix. She stood with purpose. Eve, monitor the incoming data from the colony ship. I will speak with Dr. Helix. Very well, Dr. Hawkins, Eve replied robotically. The small star Leonis was about to make their lives very, very interesting. All right, welcome everyone. Welcome anyone. Welcome everyone to campaign turn 3, and this is the post game. This is the post mission sequence, and this is where a lot of things happen, right? This is the most rolls you're gonna make in the turn. So this is basically the meat of the turn. All right. So now, Julie, we had a pretty good mission. We got our objective done. We killed the leader.
We did.
Now, as a reward, we get a leader information.
Okay.
Which is going to help us if we want to continue going after these guys. The next guy that we find is going to be the boss.
Okay.
And then we have to play another strike mission, but this time against the boss.
Okay.
The boss. And yeah, if we defeat the boss, now the boss leaders could be kind of soft. He wasn't that hard to get rid of. But a boss is going to be a little harder.
Yeah, of course.
And judging by the fact that we do have one character in the hospital, we lost a grunt. You know, could have been worse. It wasn't an easy mission.
No.
But it could have been worse.
Could have been worse, yes. But we used our story points.
Yes. Which reminds me, story points, looking at the colony sheet, we have one story point left. There are events and things that give us story points.
Right.
But as a house rule, and I did this with 5 parsecs from home, if we come up with good narrative or something, you know, some kind of narrative-driven thing during the turn, I reward myself a story point. And then any other events that give us story points, we take them into consideration. All right. Valerian's apparently involved in something. We now know from the narrative, Magenta, you, although it is not clear, I'm not going to reveal it yet, but you have a history of being an agent for Unity.
Yeah, we knew that already. That's nothing new.
Right. You were a secret agent. You were investigating, and I decided that we would tie in this planetfall to my old session of 5 parsecs, which was 18 episodes long. You guys can see that only on my Patreon. And the second season was interesting because I did it like a real RPG. And so I actually figured out how to make cheesy stop motion with the miniatures. And I even made like a little comic book.
Yeah.
It was wild.
It was great. Check it out.
Check it out. I mean, yeah, it was wild. Great way to support the channel on the Patreon. 18 episodes. So I decided that I would tie this to that. So Valerian, there's more to this guy than we know. And there's a lot more to this guy. Now, obviously, he's kind of greedy, too. He wants this to be an economic powerhouse. But there is more to him. And I think that's why Magenta is here. Injuries. We already did injuries. Viper, our man Viper, is right there. He's in the hospital.
He's in the hospital, but he's alive.
He's alive. There is no beds for him, so he's on the floor. Poor Viper. And he complained about the food, too, in the barracks. All right, so injuries. We took care of that. We're going to go to experience progression. We don't have enough experience yet. In this game, you earn experience very slowly. We gain 1 experience for each character. Trinity, Eve, Jax, and Viper all get 1 experience. Okay? And then I don't really see anybody. There's not enough experience yet to actually progress anybody. Okay? So, we're getting there. But I think we're going to need at least another turn before we can progress somebody. Right. If I find out otherwise as I look through the post-game stuff later, I'll correct that. But that's it with experience. Colony morale adjustments. Well, guess what? We lose a morale. Because every turn you lose a morale.
Right.
And by the way, guys, if you hear weird noises, the cat, Simon, and Juniper are both here in the little studio. And they're playing and whatever. So you might hear some weird movement. It's them. It's not us, I promise. Okay, so we lose 1 colony morale. Oh, now what are we? We're at 0, so we're back at -1.
Okay. Well, it could be worse.
It could be worse. When you get to -3 actually is when things start happening.
Okay.
So we're at -1.
I'm just glad we're alive. I mean,
yeah, I think
the way things have been going, I'm glad that we still have people that are surviving.
I know. In this game, things can die very quickly and very abruptly. So I think the colony caught whim of the fact that even though that a grunt was lost, first and foremost, and Viper's in the hospital, so I think that affected the morale a little bit. You know, we're going to say that in the story. They've been hearing a whim of this, so maybe some colonists are beginning to believe the report that not everything is going as well, right? Even though Jax did a video and tried to, say, no, that's not true, we're good, and this and that, I think that fits well. All right, so that's colony morale. So track enemy information and mission data. One thing I got to add is that we do have 1 enemy information. That means they cannot take an action next turn. If we decide to do a strike mission, it'll be against the boss. If we win the boss, we find their stronghold. Okay? In addition to whatever rewards the boss gives. Now, if we find their stronghold and actually defeat it, then they're out of the board. Okay, they're no longer affecting us. But here's the thing. With the enemy information, they cannot move this turn. So they're stuck on whatever square they were on our map.
Oh, okay.
And there's the enemy. They're stuck on that square. If we get an event that says that the enemy moves, we ignore that, okay? No event instead. So that's very important. So we did do some damage to them, okay?
Good. Very good.
We did it in a way that it affected their movement. Okay. Now we go to replacements. We lost the grunt.
Right.
The number of replacements you can attempt is limited to 1 plus 1 per milestone achieved. We achieved 1 milestone already.
Okay.
Very early on, so we can actually replace 2 people.
Okay.
We only lost 1 grunt.
Right.
We're going to replace that 1 grunt. So he's resuscitated. Maybe I'll use another miniature just to represent another grunt. But there you go. So we do replace him. If you have less than a full roster, 8 characters, roll a 2d6, trying to obtain a replacement by doing surveys and interviews of your colonists. Oh, because you can replace characters as well. So if it's a character and we have less than 8 characters, we'll have to interview the colonists, try to find somebody from out of the colonists, and then we have to roll. All right, and let me see if there are ways to promote colonists, and then there is a table that tells us, right here on page 69, that tells us what happens. No replacements currently available. You can replace characters. Okay? So there you go. So in terms of grunts, we don't have to worry as much. We can just replace the grunt. But if it's a character that we lose and we want to replace, then things get a little more.
We haven't lost any.
We haven't lost any. People are in the hospital, but they're okay. They're breathing. All right, so we get 1 research point this turn. Unfortunately, there's nothing with 1 research point. We need at least another one.
Okay.
Here, last turn, we used up our research points to unlock environmental research. Now, if we want to unlock any of these, we're going to need a couple more research points, all right? So right now, we can't do any research on the tree, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I would really like to do locally adapted food production site. And then that also gives us adapted armor.
Okay.
So we got to figure out what that is. But I have a building for the food production site.
Okay.
So I really want to do that one. But we need more research points, so we can't really do that. All right, let's go to building. Okay, so build points. Building is next. Now we have 3 build points. Now, in order to get build points, we want to, these areas here on the map are very important. These areas that have the resource number, right? Resource 4, resource 2. Those are very important. If we conduct a, let's say, an exploration mission on, let's say this one with resource 4, if we succeed, we get that number of raw resources. Those raw resources could be converted to build points.
Okay.
So that's a good way to boost your build points because you only get 1 per turn. Now, buildings are expensive. So I think the next building we can actually construct for the colony is the advanced manufacturing plant. I can't speak today. What is going on? Advanced manufacturing plant. It is 4 build points. Locally adapted weapons and hardware require specialized manufacturing techniques. So that's going to help our characters. So if you wanted to, that could be a goal. And then we wouldn't have to do an exploration mission, right? Or we could do an exploration mission, try to get as many build points as we can, and build one of the other things that are more expensive. Because buildings are expensive.
Right. Okay.
So it's up to you what you want to do. I mean, we're very close to building a manufacturing plant. We can also build advanced medical center for 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, and that,
I like that.
yeah, I know. That could really, well, the first thing is to add some additional beds. But that helps by additional sick beds.
See?
Combined with newly developed medical remedies will increase recovery from trauma. So that's gonna, in the recovery step, you may select any one character and reduce their injury recovery by 1 turn. That would be helpful. So they won't have to be stuck there for 2 turns.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to think about.
Okay.
All right, so we have some buildings there, Magenta. All right, moving on. We're almost finished the turn. Construction meeting, Legacy Administration. We don't have the resources, sir. Trinity was losing her patience, but tried to remain professional, despite the fact that Valerian seemed to get under her skin. Well, strip those damned sites clean of resources, Doctor, Valerian said. Now, Valerian, Magenta interjected with her usual calm demeanor. Let's wait to build a full medical facility. Valerian sat back and gave that usual smirk that Trinity hated. If our field crews are more careful, his eyes darted back to Trinity with a look of accusation. Trinity herself stared back with questioning eyes. Valerian continued. We would need an expensive expansion to medical. Trinity's cheeks now flared like the red star above them. She knew the danger. We need to expand our scientific capabilities, she said. Scientific capabilities, Trinity continued. That would give us better capabilities to track the star so we can defend against it, she said, almost out of breath. The star is flaring. Those words, to Trinity's surprise, suddenly gave pause to the administrators. Even Valerian seemed to stare back with surprise. The star is flaring, and that was never a good thing for the colonies. Integrity. Well, we have integrity in this colony. Thank God. We are at integrity 0. We don't have any integrity problems. That happens when your colony takes damage. So if those raiders attacked us and did colony damage, that will lower our integrity, okay, which will then cause other problems, right, which we have to roll on. But we've been very lucky so far. No problems with the integrity failure and all that. No repairs to do on the colony, so we're pretty good. Raw materials. Okay, let me just make sure that I have all the steps, because now very soon we are going to roll character events, and that's going to add to our story. So character event is next. Let's check out what happens. Okay, so let's go to character events. This is finishing up the turn. We pick one character and then roll on the events tables. Okay, so Julie, which character, looking at our armory here, these are all the characters. Who do you think we should pick? We got Trinity, we got Nova, we got Jax. I think we should pick somebody different. There is Gamora, she's out, and then we have little Scales, the Swift.
Let's do Scales.
All right, let's give it to our little Swift. All right, that's different. That's different enough. Grab a percentile and just roll them. The number is the yellow's the 10s. Okay, so 98.
Ooh.
A news report and current colony trend. Okay, all right. So let's see. News report. We go to another table, and there's a trend. Okay, so let's do the report first. What report does our Swift get? So roll again. 15. A report about the most recent mission. It's a news report about them. Okay, so it's already been reported that Viper's in the hospital ward. Maybe it's the same colonists, disgruntled colonists, writing all these reports. I think it's
a good idea to make it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, and then somehow it gets to Scales. while he's, looking through his holograms or whatever, he gets that report. We'll figure out how to weave that in a little bit better, but that's that. Okay, now a trend.
Okay.
72, and this is all related to our Swift. A health fad. Oh. Well, looks like our little Swift has picked up some kind of health fad. Maybe as a result of the report from the colonists. Maybe. And he's seeing all these comrades going into the hospital.
Right. That's a good idea. Yeah.
What kind of health fad? All right. Or it could be that one of the colonists reported that they ate a plant or something and they got really sick. Mm-hmm. Or, no, it's a health fad. So they ate a plant and it made them really strong. And that's created a health fad in the colony. Sure. So maybe Scales picked that up and now he's looking for the same plant to munch on because it's become a health fad. They say that it increases your stamina. Yeah. Some kind of alien plant. Mm-hmm. We'll weave that together in the next turn. All right, folks. Well, that's pretty much it. I mean, everything else is just updating your journals, your rosters. That ends this turn. Okay. We got a lot done. There was a lot happened. We kind of breezed through the turn a little bit, but we did a lot of discussion too. So good. I think it's going well.
I do too.
All right. So we have to remember that next turn, when we do our scout reports and everything else, those guys stay where they are. They do not move. Now, I'm wondering if that includes raids, because technically a raid would involve them moving and attacking our colony. Mm-hmm. But I think that might be a separate thing. We can still get attacked. They just can't move to another square the way they've been doing.
Okay.
Okay, so if we get anything related to that, we have to consider it as no event. All right. All right. Well, that ends this turn. Magenta, do you want to add anything?
Not at this time, though.
You're keeping an eye on Valerian, aren't you?
Yeah.
You are.
Close eye on Valerian.
Oh, boy. Mm-hmm. All right. And Valerian is up to some shady stuff. Mm-hmm. We love it. All right, guys. Have a great one. See you in our last campaign turn 4. We're going to make that the last one. Mm-hmm. Unless, of course, our patrons say, to do a 5th one. We're going to keep it at turn 4. And that'll end this mini campaign of Planet Fall. So we have one more turn. A lot can happen in a turn.
Sure.
Have a great one, guys.
Take care.